Welcome to My Words Are My Voice, the unspoken words from non-speaking or minimally speaking individuals within the autism community. My name is Rich. I'm just a dad and happen to have a New York accent. The words you'll be listening to come from writings from smart, intelligent, and insightful individuals who point one letter at a time on a letterboard, a stencil board, a keyboard, iPad, or any other type of electronic device. And these individuals who have this ability to communicate, simply put, need to be respected and recognized for who they truly are, smart and intelligent. And we need to honor that. And when we do, this world becomes a far better place. Welcome back, all. This episode again will be about freedom of speech, a fundamental and basic human right that so many of us enjoy, but there are many millions of individuals, believe it or not, that have been neglected of this civil right. So we're going to continue to share what freedom of speech means to these non-speaking or minimally speaking autistic individuals. Their words are no different than ours, and sometimes they are more eloquent and profound than ours. But the issue is allowing them this basic right to communicate based on their preference. So it's imperative we get the New York State Senate to pass and then have the governor sign off on the Communication Bill of Rights for individuals with disabilities. So, for the next 9 minutes, take a listen to what they've written. But first, a quick fact. In September 2025, the National Institute of Health, NIH, announced over $50 million in funding for the new Autism Data Science Initiative. These projects will integrate large-scale data to study genetic, environmental, nutritional, and social factors associated with autism across the lifespan. On to our writings. These first two writings come out of Reach Every Voice in Maryland, and both worked with Lisa Mahala Quinn as their communication partner, and Lisa happens to be the founder of Reach Every Voice. So back again on the podcast is Ethan Tucker, and he taps one letter at a time on the letterboard the following. People ask who gets to decide what freedom of speech means. Can you burn a flag in protest? Post that there is irony in a man who called gun deaths unavoidable being a victim of gun violence? Hang signs that all are welcome? Notice that none of these examples involve speech in the literal sense, yet society is going to blows over it. For so many non-speaking autistics like me, freedom of speech means access to text-based communication, which is routinely denied. Where is the cavalry fighting for my First Amendment right? Ethan, welcome back, and you leave us with a great question. Where is the cavalry fighting for your First Amendment right? Ethan, I personally believe the cavalry comes from within this community. So let's get more individuals writing more of these types of writings similar to yours and share them with the world. Thanks, Ethan. Next is 23-year-old Trevor Bryd, who's been communicating since the age of 15, and Trevor taps out the following using the letterboard. I don't know about freedom of speech, since for my entire life, speech has been more of a constraint than a bringer of access. My speech is not what I mean to communicate. I am always saying things I do not want to, and because society is trained to listen to speech above all else, everyone has listened to my mouth words. Meanwhile, I'm using a letterboard to write my memoirs, to advocate in IEP meetings, to participate in a state autism commission, and serve on the board of a nonprofit. But the world denies the legitimacy of my communication modality. They hear my speech, and despite my typing to ignore it, give the place of honor and importance. Give me liberty to actually be heard and acknowledged in the ways I choose. That is true freedom of speech. Thanks, Trevor. And as I've shared with you, the goal of these writings is to ultimately get you and everyone else in this community the liberty you so very much deserve. Thanks again. Next up from Long Island, New York is Anna, who is in her 20s and working with her communication partner, Laura. She taps on the letterboard the following. What is freedom of speech? When can we say what is on our mind? What is truly on our mind is how to say what we truly feel so people can understand it. It is not only important, it is humane. To sing "Park Full of Lights in Dark Alley" is ballroom not large enough for us to sing? You are not simply saying what we make up. Life gets many hard life tests. We have them all. What we want is a fair shake at who lives in our hard life. Like diamonds in the rough, because no one is interested, we have to sparkle by ourselves. So what if no one capable of listening comes to see who we are? See? Now I am hard to resist. Remain calm. I won't write a big letter, but I will pack my words. One thing, because I have autism, I'm able to see the future is not right. One thing is right. I have a big heart, and it sees the future. When can we get the right to speak up? Since I was young, no one listened to what I was saying. But since I'm older, the technology has changed to simply let words reduce me to, "Can I go to the bathroom?" What about who can hear me say, "I love to sing"? My only desire is learning how to simply be a good person. Who sings to people for the way I'm treated? I hope not only suppressing our speech, but taking it to new levels of understanding, visually writing, "I have to use the toilet" is humiliating. Need clarification? Stop pursuing how little we can do and start writing back. Full of life, we can only wait till you wake up. We deserve freedom to speak like you. Will you listen to simply one thing? We need to speak from our helpless point of view. Need careful consideration, move to vote. Our vote is in your hands. Yes, yes, yes. So writing this is worth it. Send me something. Give me the healing I deserve. Can I heal with my strong family of living without words to living with words we write ourselves? We have nowhere else to turn. Yes was valuable. With one good trusting find, swinging with rights on freedom of speech is not worth the vote if you've decided I'm not worth it. Yes, I will use my non-voice to shape the law from helpless to helping us. Wage a giving moment. Healing begins with yes. The world needs more special individuals to root out the problems. How about you're the special reason we can speak? Whatever you decide, we have been to hell and back with no one listening. Give a chance to see us grow up like your child. Only we have parents who can't wait for that day. Without letterboard, I can only wait for you to figure out what I need or care about. Now, can I have my turn to speak? Life is short. Let's make sure I have a turn. I only want to say valuable letterboard is my life link. My listening skills are fine. What about yours? Who will listen to this? With these words, good day to all of you. Thanks, Anna. And I am more than certain we can all sense your passion and emotion. Wow. Thank you. Last up is 10-year-old John from Reach Every Voice, and working with his communication partner, Miranda, taps out on the blue letterboard the following, titled Freedom of Speech. To me, freedom is so rotten today. Even total oceans are destroyed, overzealous. I am trying to test my smart brain. Even dead history embellishes some. Dead demons terrify me. Demons educate to destroy our schools. Overzealous. Today, sometimes people use some people to get ahead. John, thanks for sharing and joining the podcast. And yep, I do agree. Sometimes people use some people to get ahead. And what I'll say is keep testing your smart brain and keep writing. Thanks again. In closing, this community needs your support. So the ask once again is that each and every one of you please support this community and their basic human right to communicate. To do that, all you need to do is reach out to your local representative and send a letter or an email with your full contact information, which would include your home address, and ask them to support the Communication Bill of Rights for Individuals with Disabilities, Bill A7363. And if you live in any other state, please educate your local representatives and reference this bill. As I've stated many, many times, this world becomes a far better place when we begin to truly listen to these individuals. That's it. Till next time. Bye bye. No.